Holy cow, guys. Whoever is listening, welcome back. This is the Man with the Plan podcast, episode 76. This is going to be the emergency podcast. I know so much has happened in the last week. If you haven't caught up with our Bo Collins podcast interview that posted last Monday, go ahead and check that out. This episode is going to be dropping as soon as I can get it out. So you're either listening to it tonight, which is Sunday night selection Sundays here. We're going to talk about Tom Brady, who just decided while I was taking a nap to return to the NFL. What that means, we're going to talk about what that means for the Deshaun Watson rumors and how Tampa is involved, the role they play, and how they will chase a championship. We're going to announce the rules for my bracket contest. A lot of you have already signed up, which I'm very appreciative of. So we're going to continue to do that. So we're just going to do those two things today. So it's going to be about a 10-minute, maybe 8 to 10-minute show, just very quick. I think maybe Wednesday or Thursday, once free agency calms down, we'll recap everything that's happened and talk about it thus far. But I just want to get into what has just happened. It feels like that's going to dominate at least tonight, so I want to get it out as soon as possible. So, holy cow, guys. Tom Brady is just decided on, I don't know why, I don't know how, but he's back. And my roommate, Matt, if you're listening, said that a guy just bought his last touchdown pass, and I put that in air quotes, for $500,000. So that guy just got robbed. It's more like the touchdown pass when he retired for the first time. So he's pulling on Michael Jordan in essence, but took much less time to do so. So he's going to return to Tampa Bay for his 23rd season in the NFL. I can't believe it. My immediate reaction is this puts Tampa Bay back in the Super Bowl bubble. Anybody with Tom Brady is going to have a shot. This Tampa team is loaded. They have plenty of guys ready to go. And when Tom Brady makes a move, it is seen in the past, especially when he plays with New England, when he plays with Tampa Bay, players and coaches will follow. So they got Leftwich back to help Brady out. They got Arians as the head coach. They can run it back. They have a talented roster. They're going to have to shore up some stuff with corner, fix out what happened with Marpet when he retired. Maybe he decides to come back now. He's like, oh, shoot, Brady's back. Might have to end this vacation a little early. So what it does for Tampa, I think that they shore up. I thought they were the surefire team to trade for Deshaun Watson. That is no longer the case. If you guys missed it, Deshaun Watson is now free of criminal charges on the whole thing that's been going on with him. There's still some stuff with the civil case, but Watson is now open to talk to teams for trades. So that whole news is taking place. We'll see how that fixes up in the next couple of days. Like I said, this is just strictly about Brady, and then we're going to talk a little March Madness in the end. But it's just unbelievable. This is just some stuff for the NFL. Every time it feels like it's going on a little bit of a downward spiral, the NFL does their just darn best to be able to pick it back up. It's crazy and it's insane. So what I think for the rest of the NFL, it's going to feel like normal. I felt like last time we talked about Tom Brady and the retirement, it was more like a thank you, a tribute. It was a really somber but bittersweet moment because we had witnessed 22 years of excellence. And it was going to be weird. How does that void get filled? I think Tampa was asking, how do we fill that void? Now they can kind of push back that quarterback process. Maybe you draft a bridge guy with the understanding that Brady could retire at any moment. He could be just running it back for 1 year. We don't know how healthy he's going to be. He's taken that 2 months off. And while Brady is probably the least likely guy to take a break, we'll see how it plays out in the future. There's so many variables. I can see there being a domino effect where they try to get a couple receivers. There's a couple free agents like Allen Robinson, Jarvis Landry. They can try to add a couple more pieces for Tom and just prevent any collapses, try to get him the best pieces available. I think it makes the market more competitive that Brady's back. There's a lot of free agent variables that Tampa doesn't have to worry about anymore because they have their quarterback. I think the remaining guys on their roster was like Kyle Trask, and they had Blaine Gabbert on their roster. I apologize if there's a little bit of background noise, but so much just craziness. So much with Tom Brady. I cannot believe it, but I think that it makes the NFL just much better to watch. The NFL would not be the same without Tom Brady, and I don't think we are ready to let him go just yet. So I'm very excited about that. As for my March Madness bracket, guys, if you missed it last year, we're going to make this an annual thing, and I guess I can say the annual and with a plan March Madness bracket challenge is out now. You can sign up. I'm going to put the link in the description below. And here's how it pretty much goes. You fill out your bracket. There's no buy-in. There's nothing like that. You sign up, you make your picks, and the winner of the podcast gets to come on the show and pretty much make their own interview. So we can talk about anything. We can talk about hats. We can talk about cups. We can talk about college football. We can talk the NFL, whatever you want to do, as long as it's appropriate and within these like limits, because you can't, we just talk about, but anyways, you pretty much get to make your own interview. You get to be creative. I just had someone message me. They're going to talk about their guy problems. So that could be something we talk about. I don't really know how I'll respond to it, but it could be super fun. So like I said, craziness with Tom Brady. I can't believe he's back. So much better for the NFL. Tampa Bay is probably just kissing their lucky stars right now. Ticket sales are probably going to go back up. The GOAT is back and the March Madness Challenge is back. Sign up below. And thank you, Tom, again for coming back. This is the Man with the Plan podcast. Sorry for the short episode, but we will be back and rolling on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on the free agent cycle. We're going to recap everything on the show, maybe bring a guest along the way. This is the Man with the Plan podcast, episode 76, our emergency Guess Who's Back video. Thank you guys as always. Stay tuned and take care.